Hey hockey fans, I'm Ashley Leach, and let me be the first to welcome you to this week's episode of Gotta Love Connecticut Hockey. We're in Danbury today talking special firsts with the Salisbury Bantam A's and the Western Connecticut Bantam B's. Hockey tournament season begins this weekend, but first things first, let's meet these Bantams. What's the first sport you ever played?
Soccer.
Baseball.
T-ball. Basketball.
Hockey.
What do you remember about your first time out on the ice?
I remember crying a lot, but my parents made me do it, and I turned out to love it.
My dad, right before I went out, he said, "I know you're not going to be good, but you got to try." So I stepped on the ice and fell down.
Didn't score at all until the championship game. It was in double overtime, and this kid hit the post and it landed on the line, and I hit it in.
I'm here with Doug representing the Salisbury team, and I'm here with Tom representing Western for our Gotta Love Connecticut Hockey Trivia Contest sponsored by the Gaylord Center for Concussion Care. Today we were talking first with the kids, so question one is, who was the first player to play for all three NHL teams based in the state of New York? The Rangers, the Islanders, and the Sabres. Was it A, Kevin Weeks, B, Mike Donnelly, C, Pat LaFontaine, or is it D, Tim Horton? Both Tom and Doug have gone with option C, which is Pat LaFontaine. The correct answer is actually B, Mike Donnelly. Who is your first hockey coach, and what do you remember the most about him?
Coach Steve was mine, and I remember we used to play Xbox with him.
Billy, and he wasn't really a yeller. Coach Dibble. We used to do a lot of drills and some fun games.
What is the lesson that you hope to teach your kids this season?
We have a very mixed bag of different types of talents and personalities. What we really want is for each kid to just be the best they can be individually, and then with the overlay of that being part of the team.
Which was the first U.S.-based franchise to be granted membership to the NHL? Was it A, the Boston Bruins, B, the Detroit Red Wings, C, the New York Americans, or D, the New York Rangers? Both Tom and Doug have gone with option B, which is Detroit Red Wings. Actually, it's option A, the Boston Bruins. Valentine's Day, it's coming up. Who was your first Valentine?
Coach Tucker.
Coach Tucker.
Coach Tucker.
Good old Coach Tucker.
Probably my mom.
What piece of your hockey equipment do you always put on first, and why?
Usually my shin pads.
It's just the easiest. I put on my cup first. It's a tradition.
Who was the first defenseman to win the Conn Smythe Trophy? Was it A, Shea Weber, B, Bobby Orr, C, Sergei Savard, or was it D, Guy Lapointe? So Tom and Doug have gone with option B again, which is Bobby Orr. That is incorrect. The right answer is actually Sergei Savard. As a coach, what is the first thing that you plan on doing, when you get out there with the kids on the ice?
Start off with a good high tempo warm up. Get stretched out and get mentally prepared. Positional discipline in the defensive zone and have fun in the offensive zone.
What is the first thing that you're really trying to teach your players when they're, out on the ice?
First thing is probably respect. I think it's very important in any sport that you respect your teammates, your coaches, the opponents, the referees as well.
Gotta love Connecticut hockey!
Gotta love Connecticut hockey! Thanks for joining us. What's the first thing we learned about these Bantams? Well, it's pretty much how excited they were for today's game, because like all of us, they know you just gotta love Connecticut hockey.